Ketu in ninth house. The placement of Ketu is a well-perceived malefic presence, but it could also appear somewhat positive at times as it becomes here in the ninth house, as here Ketu becomes exalted in this position, for which the native will receive positive impacts upon her life, though some difficulties would surely be there for Ketu being a malefic presence. The presence of Ketu in ninth house would keep the Ketu surrounded by positive energy for its being in pleasant relation with the ruler of ninth bhava, that is Jupiter, and for the same reasons, here in this position Ketu in ninth house would emerge high with most of pleasing results for the native and reduction in its adverse shades. This will bring good life and goodness in life to the natives. The natives of this placement of Ketu in ninth house would receive great fortune through this position and would be bestowed with good affluence and success in life, but that will come only through her own hard work and efforts. They are obedient and sincere beings who would attain great heights upon land and would possess good social and professional position of respect. The natives of this placement would attain higher affluence if he or she would keep a gold brick within the house. The natives of this placement of Ketu in ninth house would be blessed to have son who will be capable of predicting the future, while they can have 3 sons in life. These natives could spend most of their life in foreign lands due to variant reasons. The positive placement in second house would further enhance the positive brilliance of Ketu here. Besides this, the auspicious placement of moon will keep the person devoted towards the mother and mother's family, while the malefic placement of Ketu here in the ninth house would bring urinary problems, backaches and problems in leg to the person. This would also bring consequent deaths of sons. The natives of this placement Ketu in ninth bhava should pursue some remedies for the adverse impacts of Ketu, for which keeping a dog at home would be really beneficial for the native. He should establish a rectangular piece of gold somewhere in the house and should wear gold in the ear. They should always pay respect and services to their father-in-law. Ketu in Scorpio. Many believe that Ketu is exalted in this sign. Scorpio's sign is strongly associated with mystery, depth and complexity, and so is Ketu. Ketu is a shadow planet, and when it is placed in Scorpio, it helps the person excel in research. Such people like to do things on their own. Scorpio's sign is ruled by Mars, which shares a good relationship with Ketu. In fact, Ketu resonates with Mars the most. Ketu in Scorpio gives a mysterious nature to the person. Such people have a lot of layers in their personality. No one knows what they have in their mind. Ketu in Scorpio makes one sharp-minded and courageous. It also gives a strong determination and a tendency to work hard to achieve goals. This position of Ketu also makes the person talkative. Such people, however, are prone to cheating others. They can be quite harsh at times. Ketu makes the native a deep researcher too. Such people study any subject to its depth. They have good knowledge of occult subjects and sciences. Ketu in Scorpio also affords the native with good esoteric knowledge. These natives can do well in medical field, especially surgery. Ketu in 10th house. The shadow planet Ketu is a well-perceived malefic presence in the astrological arena, for which it could be either positive or negative depending upon other planetary placements in the horoscope chart. The results of Ketu in 10th house would highly depend upon the position of planet Saturn in the birth chart. The positive placement of Saturn in the horoscope chart would also keep the Ketu in 10th house in the pleasing appearance, and that will bless the person with great fortune in life. The natives of this placement would carry a serious approach towards life and would be very concerned about themselves. They would be bestowed with good opportunities in their life, but her father would have a quiet short lifespan. Besides this, the placement of Saturn in the 6th bhava would lead the native towards heights in sports arena. The natives born with positively placed Ketu in 10th house would be generous in attitude and would be truly benefited if they would keep their character true and pure. These people would always forgive their brothers for their misdeeds, and that will keep them growing throughout. Apart from this, the malefic presence of Ketu in 10th house would bring difficult and harsh path in life, as especially with the aspects of finance and career. They will confront health problems associated with urinary system and ear and would face body aches. There will be high stress and lack of peace in the professional as well as personal life of these natives. The natives' 3 sons could die. The natives of this placement of Ketu in 10th house should stay away from adultery and immoral deeds and should keep a dog at home, as especially after the 48 years of age. They should keep a silver pot filled with honey within the house. Following all of these remedies and the remedies associated with Moon and Jupiter would reduce the negative impacts of this placement. Ketu in Sagittarius. Sagittarius tend to be good with management and leading. In fact, they are quite skillful. Sagittarius is a fire sign ruled by Jupiter, but its fire is not impulsive as of Aries but controlled and warm. Ketu on the other hand is an airy planet. When placed in Sagittarius, it increases one's desire to achieve great heights. Such people are quite candid and open in their approach towards fulfillment of their desires. Jupiter and Ketu are both associated with spirituality. In this position, Ketu affords the native with good intuition. Such people become great spiritual leaders and earn a lot of name and fame in life. These natives give a lot of respect to elders and their community. They achieve success in life. They are quite intelligent. While Sagittarius is known to be a jubilant and carefree sign, Ketu here gives a serious temperament to the native. These people have a strong need for freedom and independence. They do not like to be told what to do and like to have their life in their control. Ketu in 11th house. The shadow planet Ketu is one of adverse presence in the astrological arena, which would bring difficulties for most of the times and would keep the path harsh and difficult for the native. Besides this, these natives having Ketu in 11th house would be blessed with good wealth and strong position in the social arena. The arrival of Ketu in 11th house would bring goodness of finance and social stature to the person, though the results would be impacted by the planet Jupiter and Saturn as well, as which would bring variations in result depending upon their horoscope placements. The presence of Ketu would bring some difficulties in the social and financial path, as it won't be a easier path for them. The benefic placement of Ketu in 11th house along with Saturn in the 3rd house would bring high affluence to the person, and he or she would attain wealth more than the paternal one. These natives would confront much stress and worries throughout life in this placement. Besides this, the placement of Mercury in the 3rd bhava would bestow Raj Yoga to the native, as taking her towards supreme heights of success. The malefic placement of Ketu in 11th would bring harshness in the social arena and difficulties with finances to the person. The malefic Ketu could also bring problems in the abdomen of the person, and mental stress would be high. This placement of Ketu in 11th house would also bring adverse impacts upon the grandmother and mother of the natives. The malefic placement of Saturn along with malefic Ketu would not let the person get benefited from the sun, and he or she would not be able to have a house. The natives of this placement should keep a black dog in house and should wear emerald for reducing the malefic effects of this placement. Ketu in Capricorn. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, which shares a friendly relationship with Ketu. Here, Ketu is in an earth sign. Saturn is strongly associated with social service, and when Ketu is placed in its sign, it increases one's interest in social causes and work. Ketu tends to accept and boost what Saturn signifies, since it is in a friendly sign. People born with this placement show a lot of interest in new things. Ketu also gives a lot of courage to the native. Such people excel and succeed in property-related matters. These people long for freedom in their life. There is a tendency to switch jobs frequently. These natives tend to get dissatisfied and bored from their workplace quickly. Ketu in Capricorn also makes the person fond of travels. These natives work hard in life and eventually get a good position. Growth is slow but sure. Such people are of a dutiful nature and are loyal friends too. Ketu in 12th house. The shadow planet Ketu is one of the most malefic planets in the celestial arena, which provides harshness and difficulties to the natives of this placement, but as Ketu is exalted here, the natives of this placement would be blessed with strong wealth and achievements in life. The natives of this placement of Ketu in 12th house will walk through a path of hurdles, but they will get paid for their hard work and endeavor, as this harsh path would take them towards admirable heights of profession and finances. These people would make good utilization of their intellect and time. On the other part, The placement of Rahu and Mercury in the 6th power along with this placement would bring more pleasant impacts to the native's life. The natives of this placement of Ketu in 12th house would possess comfort and luxuries in life and would lead a satisfying and happy life. The malefic placement of Ketu in 12th house would make losses to the person and worthless expenditure. These natives having Ketu in 12th house should never slay or harm dogs as it will bring malefic impacts upon them. Besides this, the placement of Moon, Venus or Mars in 2nd house would further enhance the malefic impacts of this placement. They should worship Lord Ganesha and should stay on the moral and true path upon life. It would be beneficial for them to keep a dog in house and to keep sonf and canned under the pillow during the nights. Ketu in Aquarius. The ruling planet of Aquarius is also Saturn and both are friendly to each other. Saturn is the significator of detachment from the materialism and Ketu is also associated with spiritual liberation. People born with Ketu in Aquarius are quite learned and understand the reality of life. But despite this knowledge, they struggle to get rid of their desires. Ketu in Aquarius gives never-ending desires to the person. Saturn also relates to social service and so does Aquarius. Ketu's placement further aggravates one's inclination towards benevolent tasks. Ketu is an airy planet and when it is positioned in Aquarius, the native tends to make unrealistic plans and has unnecessary desires. This position of Ketu also makes the native prone to ear-related problems. These people get success in life but belatedly. They are quite strict and stubborn in nature. It is quite difficult to convince them to make a change against their wish. These people also inherit health issues from their family. Their relationship with friends and their own children does not flourish much. Instability in income is also possible for these natives. Ketu in Aquarius also boosts one's chances to travel abroad.